we've had great cars all year. These Pontiac GXPs we've got have been fantastic, and I certainly am not going to point the finger at them. It's been us. We build our own engines, and we've been struggling a little bit, to be honest with you. We got a little bit lost, and you know, when the track started getting hot and sticky, the weather got hot and humid out, we kind of lost our tune-up with our engines, and we had to go back and kind of really, you know, go back and figure out where we had taken the wrong fork in the road and what we had done wrong with these things. So we just didn't want to run. It seemed like when the air was real cool out, they'd run okay, but as soon as it got hot, they just didn't want to run, and that's obviously what we're going to have a lot of, you know, through the summer here. So we really had to go back and do our homework, but it looks like we've turned the corner and we've got them back running good in all conditions again. And it just feels great to come up here and qualify number one, have cars that absolutely can, you know, qualify number one. You know, we didn't get lucky. We didn't, you know, people just didn't make bad runs. We made good runs and earned it, I think, just like we used to do. So it's a great feeling. The class is just so full of talent right now. It is quite a feather in the cap to get a number one qualifier right now. It's very difficult, but
how much is the having to concentrate on getting the car right taken away from you working on the tree?
well, it has, absolutely has, and that's a problem, because you need that part of the tree. It's just as important. But when you get behind, you focus on the area you're behind, and that's been our engine department lately. So we've been working just about around the clock on the engines. Obviously, haven't been able to focus on a lot of tree work, and I hope it doesn't cost us tomorrow, but you know, there's only so many hours in a day, and we've been using as many as we can on our weak point, and it looks like we've finally gotten that better. Now we can go back to work on the rest of the project, but you know, we're just going to have to hope that we got some concentration left tomorrow, and, you know, and we can leave on that starting line on time and maybe win us a race.
Not giving away any of your trade secrets, but you had a good engine last year. You put an engine this year and something just isn't clicking.
Well,
what goes wrong?
Well, it's not necessarily that we had a good engine last year, we have a bad one this year. We didn't make the gains we need to make to keep up with Mac. Mac made a bunch of gains over the winter. They all went to work hard, and they did a great job. We actually had a good winter. We ran real well at Pomona. Then somehow, when the weather started heating up, we lost the combination. I can't put one finger on what it was or what it is. It's just a lot of things we did wrong, and we've got to guard against that happening. You've got to be able to run good, whether it's 50 degrees out or 90 degrees out. That's what we've always had in the past. We didn't have that yet this year, so that's been our weak point. That's been our Achilles heel, and I just hope we've turned the corner. But it's not necessarily that we've gone backward from last year. We just haven't gone far enough forward, you know, to keep up with what everybody else has done. So the class gains every year. The technology just keeps, you know, gaining, and the horsepower gains on these cars. The cars get better. The drivers get better. I mean, you know, I can think back 2 years ago, there was probably 3 or 4 guys that could go out there and cut a double O or a 20 light. Now there's 12 of them, 14 of them can do it every run. So everything about the class is deeper right now. Everything's better about it. The competition level is just a whole bunch better. You better make a lot of gains every week, really, or you're going to get left behind.
Races are going to start. They're going to start bunching up a little bit.
They're going to start bunching up, and believe me, we needed that week off last week, and obviously we put, you know, to work, and we made some gains with it, but there just aren't a lot of chances, like you say, to do all that. You know, during the race season, you're busy racing, so it's hard to make up ground during the season when you're behind. That's not what you want. You want to make the gains over the winter when you have the time in the shop, and you know, this is not the way we want to do it. We're playing catch-up right now, and we haven't had to do that for many years, so it's a new challenge for us. We'll just see how we do.
Good luck.
Thank you very much. It's a challenge.